Um, yeah, hello everyone. This is Adebayo, and this time around, I have the honor to interview Miss Kim. Yeah, so have with me here, Miss Kim. I am going to be interviewing her, and of course, I don't do interviews except it's something serious, right? When I come online, it's very serious. I'm a very serious person. All right, so there's something big coming up, you know, in Botswana. And I'm so interested in it because it's happening right in Africa. And it's a point to the future of the continent. Like that's why um, I'm doing this right now. You can't wait to hear what this interview will look like. You really can't wait to hear what it's going to look like. So if you are here to just join us in this interview, please stay tuned. So once again, I have with me here Miss Kim. Miss Kim, good evening from Nigeria.
Good evening, sir. How are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, it's so good to have you in this interview. Uh, so like I saw on the screen, Stream Park 2022 a showcase. But before I jump on Stream Park, we would like to just tell some of our viewers a little about you. What you're doing for Mother Africa, and some of the projects that you are working on. Um, um, One of the big things I know about you is that you are the regional director of Destination Imagination, a unique organization that is spearheading STEM development in Africa. But I'm going to give you the floor to really tell us a bit about you.
Thank you, Mr. Adibayo. Yes, well, I'm privileged to have a job that I love, which when you love what you do, it doesn't become a job anymore. And I think it's any time you get to do something that you feel you're adding value to humanity, you're making a difference. So it sort of stops being just a job. It sort of starts becoming like a calling. Like when you strongly believe that, yes, through this, there won't just be economic prosperity in our African children, but there will be a new generation. They will see life in a different way. They will think in a different way. It is so rewarding. So yes, we run a project we call STEAM Education, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we're able to look at, as we run the project across Sub-Saharan Africa, come across with first-hand information on our education realities, our economic realities, our struggles, right from the grassroots. And we work a lot with marginalized communities. But then the more we face those, the adversity, the trials, the tribulations that are within that perspective, I think the more we get energy to feel, yes, it seems dark, as we always told it's a dark continent. Yes, it is in some ways, but there's still a lot of light. So we see a lot of hope. We see a promise. We see a different life, and that just gives us a kick. So yes, it's something like we've learned to look at our problems and see them as opportunities. We've learned to see our scars as our trophies. So we've realized that the big population we have in Africa is a gold mine. The young population we have. So we just need to present them with solutions and discuss with them and create the Africa we want. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, and create the Africa we want. Like you always say, we are the ones that Africa is waiting for. Hope that our education today is our future tomorrow, is our economy tomorrow, in the African continent. And of course, this is a wave we have seen in the African continent. That's the wave of STEM, moved into STEAM and now stream. When that wave, in the African education system, and this wave is something that should spread all over, because it's a different approach to education that we see that has the capacity, the potential to solve the skills gap problem. We have a huge skills gap problem in Africa, a big one, a huge one. Other countries, other continents are coming to steal our talent, right? And we see
Mm-hmm.
that we need to do something really about this on time, right? So
Yeah.
and and this is just STEM has just opened up that avenue for the future of Africa. The future of Africa are the kids we have right now in the K-12 system. On that avenue for this generation of people, right? To build
Yeah.
the competencies, to build the skills, to build the base, they need to change Africa, to bring the change
Mm-hmm.
we want to Africa. Not in the next 5, 10 years, but from even now.
No.
We have seen that STEM
Yeah.
has opened up that something that we should be talking about everywhere
Mm.
right now.
Sure.
Not the African countries. STEM spreading everywhere. STEM should keep spreading everywhere. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a bit of, I don't know, it's a difficult situation where we've started with creating awareness, not just getting on the ground and getting the job done, because then it takes a village to raise a child. So there are obviously various stakeholders that are involved in making sure that education projects are run, and sometimes you've got to do the job that's got to be done to make sure that you're able to present solutions to educators and children. However, I feel we're making great progress, and we want to get on an outreach to encourage many other educators across the globe embrace
Yeah,
team education and bust the myth
yeah.
that team education is expensive, that it's for private school, but that it's for city kids. No, it can be done.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. It can be done. It's not expensive. Yeah, I strongly believe in that. In spite of the digital divide, in spite of it's really at every level. Thank you for mentioning that, and thank you for all you are doing to make that happen. And I see that I'm interested in Stream. I'm so excited about Stream Park because I see that Stream Park is going to. The title is a showcase of the future of Africa. So Stream Park is going to be that event, right? By the way, everyone listening to Stream Park 2022 is a great event happening in Botswana come November, right? So this program has been practically put in place, to educate educators, to train educators on on stream, right? To get educators to understand what this is, and also to learn how to practically embrace it, but from elementary level to secondary level, you're going to understand what stream is all about, what it means for you, the opportunities in it, what you get to learn, what you get to get rather, by embracing stream. So when you get to understand that there are a whole lot of benefits, you'll be more willing to actually embrace it. A whole lot of this I tell you, right? If you've not been exposed to before, this is the right time for you to jump on it, right? This is something that has been way back as 5, 10 years ago, I tell you, right? So you don't want to miss this opportunity, learn about stream, right? To learn about what it means to embrace it and also the opportunities involved in it. This is a big one, right? It's going to be about the showcase of the future, right? There is a new wave in Africa. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's no longer about just the linear go to school, sit in class, write notes, take tests, do exam, get the report card, and go back home. Right? That is not authentic enough. Right? That
No.
experience cannot help our learners, cannot help the coming generation. To build Africa, it's not possible. Right? That paradigm is weak and not potent enough. Right? We want Africa. I saw a video somewhere. Somebody was trying to compare, Africa with Africa as a continent to the United States, and was saying that Africa has the potential, to challenge state. And I believe that's true. I believe that's true, big time. You know,
Yes.
we have
Absolutely.
we, we have the human capital advantage, we have the
Yes.
population advantage, and a whole lot of other advantages. And so we know that such kind of aspiration, STEM
Mhm.
is going to be a major driver to things like that. It's going to be a big
Yes.
time driver, a big time driver. And by
Mm-hmm.
the way, that's
True.
what Stream Park is all about. I'm excited that
Yeah.
kids from schools are going to be coming to show their inventions, right? To show what they are
Yes.
producing,
Mm-hmm.
right? It
Yeah.
starts from
Mm-hmm.
now. It starts from now. If as a kid, if as young people, teenagers, right? If we don't start giving them the platform now, right? When are
Mm-hmm.
they going to start solving our problems? When are they going to start providing solutions? When? And I'm glad that it's going to be celebrated on a big scale. So I'm excited because these kids get to see that UNESCO is interested in what they have to offer. They get to see
Mm-hmm.
that Global Expo is interested in what they have to offer, right? I mean,
Yeah.
UNESCO,
Mm.
UNESCO might not be so much interested in the grades they get from their school, right? And I don't
Mm.
think Global Expo is really interested in whatever grade they really have from their school, you know. But then these things are more valuable. The inventions they are bringing to the table, the products they are
Yeah.
coming to share, they're coming to display, and all of that. I'm so excited. Can you just imagine this happening everywhere in Africa, right? Take a whole stage, it means that salvation is here as a continent.
Mm.
When our young people begin to see into the community and begin to see
Yeah.
themselves as saviors for their immediate community, they will know that our salvation
Mm-hmm.
as a continent is just here. Miss Kim, what do you think about that?
Mm-hmm. No, it's exciting. It's very exciting. It's about time. With this is sort of the Olympics of education,
I
you
like that.
know,
I like that.
the Olympics of STEM education. It's where children come and showcase their talents.
Mm,
And there's a lot of talent in Africa, but often we don't have the platforms to display what we're good at. So it's obviously going to be in 4 days. So 2 days, we're going to showcase learners, their innovation, their invention, their talent, and we're going to train them and help them polish their projects. There's going to be a pitch deck with learners presenting their entrepreneurial skills, which is part of our training. We are so much focusing on ensuring children in Africa stop being consumers of content, but creators of content.
yeah,
So part of
yeah,
training them to make sure they get their soft skills, you have to train
mm,
them how to communicate, how to collaborate, how to problem solve, and how to think critically. So part of that training, the skills they get, encourage them to turn into entrepreneurship. And being a gig economy, we need to have more creators of jobs.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little bit, yeah, it's a little bit scary that you find a lot of graduates, some of them are software engineers that are still sitting at home with nothing to do. Yes, you would think a software engineer, can you first start with just creating your own websites? Can you
yeah,
get online? Can you do some free courses on digital marketing and see how to start marketing yourself? All you need is
yeah,
a laptop and internet. You've got the
yeah,
skills. So there's a lot of outreach campaign to be done. So we're going to have 2 days of kids showcasing that, which the big news is the CEO of Afrimix Bank is the guest of honor for Global Expo and the president
awesome.
of Botswana. So, and a lot of other high level dignitaries that will get to appreciate the talents within our children in Africa. Then 2 days later, we're going to have educators symposium, which we are counting on Mr. Adibayo as the king of project-based learning in Africa to come and deliver a world-class masterclass lecture. And I'm not going to call it a lecture. It can't be a lecture because we've said no more lectures, right? It will be very experiential, very hands-on, very engaging. So, and obviously, it's many other. experts across the globe that will come and present and train and work with our educators for 2 days. We need to have our educators being on the forefront, leading this revolution of changing our education. So we're looking forward, we're excited, and you're all invited, you're all welcome. You all have something to offer. We all have something to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Kim, for mentioning that. Yes, so LinkedIn, African LinkedIn, Asian LinkedIn, or LinkedIn to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. There are 4 coordinates of LinkedIn. So you need to know that this is happening right here in Africa. I love the fact that education has gotten to that level, right? So the president of Botswana is going to be in that to see what the kids. When we begin to have this kind of connection, then for the kids, they are going to be so motivated. They're going to be so motivated. The presence of the president of Botswana alone is going to be a great motivator. So motivated, and the CEO of Africa Media Bank, it's a great motivation, right? Because when we have this happening everywhere, right? So kids know that we go to school to acquire skills and build capacity for social influence, for social impact, and these things we're doing is what our society is asking for, and our society really celebrates, right? There's going to be the issue we have with kids not loving to go to school in Africa, not wanting to be educated. That the issue of kids dropping out of school and all of those things will begin to reduce, and we begin to have kids who are really interested in learning. This is so great. This is so great.
It is exciting.
We look forward to seeing other African countries too. We look forward to seeing other African countries too. Our brothers and friends from Kenya, from Rwanda, from Egypt. We look forward to seeing you pulling up these things, right? That's the way to go. That's the way to go. We need to connect the dot between school, the society, and the industries. That's to be that connection, right? And of course, for founders, for owners and employers of companies, you don't want to miss this kind of event, because this can be an opportunity for you to begin to scout for young kids that work with you. I tell you, I met a boy last year on LinkedIn. His name is Kainaja. He's a Nigerian of descent, but in Scotland, and he owns a company. How he's been able to secure about $300 million grant for his company. Working and doing a lot. So when he said that, I was excited, because we know that it is possible to begin to do this kind of experience. That is so possible, but this just largely depends on our education system. It depends on what the emphasis is. What are we asking them? If we're asking them to pass tests and pass exams, they will. But if we are asking them to solve the problems in their society, they will. They've got the potentials. They will create it. They have the capacity. They have that creative ability. So this has been a great time. Thank you so much, Ms. Kim, for your time. For this opportunity to have in this interview. So straight back, please watch this space. I will personally be sharing a lot of updates on the event. EAZY-DIGI will be talking about events and every now and then. Please make sure you don't miss it. If you're an educator, join the event, get trained. If you're an employer of labor, you own a company, come and see Africa and the opportunities in it for you, right? And it promises really to be a great time. Right. So one more time, thank you, Ms. Kim. Thank you for your time.
You're most welcome. I'm looking forward to having you and everybody else right in the planet. It's the place to be. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your evening.
We're on our way. Thank you too.
Enjoy your evening. Thanks. Bye. Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye for now.